A warm welcome to all the viewers for the course Advanced Manufacturing Technology, AME 702. Myself Thia Pal, Assistant Professor of Department of Mechanical Engineering, JIS College of Engineering, is going to give a brief lecture on types of layout. Well, this is the lecture of part 2 for the types of layout, because in the previous lecture I have already explained you types of layout, that is about the fixed layout, about the process layout, about the continuous or combination layout we have already discussed. And today we are going to consider the important types of layout for plant layout. So our main concentration will be over the plant layout today. So without any further delay, let's have a look at the introduction slide. So you can see that we are going to have a discussion today over the important types of plant layout. Basically, plant layout is further divided into three categories. One is product or line layout. Next is functional or process layout. And finally, it is stationary materials. So now let's have a look at production or line layout. Basically, product or line layout is nothing other than the arrangement of machine in line. And the thing is that not always in straight line or in sequence, in which they would be used to process of manufacturing of the product. So this type of layout is most appropriate in case of continuous type of industries, where raw material is fed at one end and taken out as finished product at the other end. So for each type of product, a separate line of production will have to be maintained. Well, this is little bit difficult because for every types of product you have to create a separate line of production. So you can see the cost estimation will be probably getting little bit increased also. Now this type of layout is most suitable in cases of metal extraction industry, chemical industry, soap manufacturing industry, sugar industry, and electric industry. And it should be noted that this method is more suitable in case of mass production unit. So when we are talking about mass production unit, you all are aware of the term mass production, isn't it? In my previous lecture I have already explained you about the mass production industry. So mass production industry is basically always they try to provide one type of product, means the variety of production will be low, but the production quantity will be high. And for mass production, basically the production occur per year from near about 10 lakhs to million. Because the variety of production is less, so you are just generating a same type of product in a larger quantity. So it is termed as mass production. So if I summarize the production or line layout, then I can say that production layout is also known as line layout. And you know that the arrangement may not be always in straight line. It can be in sequence also, or it can be in U pattern also. If you go for the U pattern, that means the number of employer will be required less with respect to straight line layout. Okay, so the arrangement of the machine always occur in a line, but not always straight, or in fact it is in a sequence, and they would be used to process the manufacturing to generate the product. Now this type of layout is most appropriately occur in case of continuous type of industry. Now continuous type of industry means basically they goes on producing the production according to the demand of your requirement. and their main target is to convert the raw material in one end and to take out the finished product from the other end. So for this type of product, a separate line of production will have to be maintained. So if I have a look for this product layout, or even which is very commonly known as line layout, it is preferred for which type of industry? The answer is always in case of extraction of metal in industry, chemical industry, soap manufacturing industry, sugar industry, and electric industry. So these are the various industry that are always using, or they are just following the product layout or line layout. So just have a look for product layout or line layout. I told either they have to make a separate chamber, or there are lots of, in cellular manufacturing you have seen that lots of machine have been set for different groups, and the thing is that the process can occur in any sequence of manner. So if you look at figure A, you can see this is the department for producing product A, and this is the department that is used to product B, and you can see that from while this is a raw material and this is your finished product. So what it is happening, raw material is going to machine number 1, then going to machine number 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and finally you are getting your desired product. Similar way, if you go for department B to generate the product B, same way it is occurring. There it's going in machine number 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 8, and finally you are getting your final product. Now in figure number B, the arrangement may not be in sequence. Okay, so this is a cellular manufacturing arrangement itself. So this is the forging section. Here forging operation is occurring. There is a grinding section where you can see the grinding operation is working. Next come the drilling section where the drilling operation is working, and here comes the inspection section where inspection is occurring, and this is the finishing product. Their heat treatment is going. This is the milling section, and this is the foundry section. Suppose you want to go with a raw product and you want to generate a casting product. So you from raw material you can go for the foundry section. Then with the help of milling section you can cut the job. Then after giving a shape to it you can go to the grinding section for surface finishing. Then if you need to make a drill you can go for the drilling section. So all the operation have been completed till so far. Then you want to make the increase in hardness of that particular material, so you can go for the heat treatment section, and then you are sending it to the inspection section, then finishing, and you are perfectly putting it out, that is as a finished product. So from this particular figure you can see how the product or line layout is occurring. Hope it is clear to all of you from figure A and figure B. So product or line layout, as I have already informed, that it can occur in straight line, may not it occur in sequence. You can go with U shape also arrangement, anything can occur. If you go with the U shape, then the number of worker will be required less, but if you go with the straight line method or straight line layout, then you need more worker. So from figure A it is clear that one after another the sequence has been arranged to generate the product A, and you are just giving the raw material, and finally you are getting the finished product. And in department B your same thing is occurring, but in case of figure B you can see this is the cellular manufacturing arrangement where the operation of different machining is occurring in different section. Now let's have a look what actually product or line layout basically states. Now in the above diagram you can see there are two products A and B, and for which separate lines of production have been maintained. Now a simple diagram is shown there to explain, and this was given in the book in the principle of industrial organization. Now according to these two people, product layout is suitable where if larger quantity of standardized product are produced. Again we are discussing about mass production. So whenever there is a large quantity of standardization product, then you can go with the product or line layout, because they are generating only one kind of product, or even you can say less variety of product. So when your variety is less, the quantity of production is more. Secondly, the standardized product are to be proceed repetitively and continuously on the given production facilities. So if you have got the production facilities, then your aim is to continuously produce the product all throughout the entire thing. Next, there must be sufficient volume of goods proceed to keep the production line actively occupied. That means you have to keep in your stock excess amount of raw material, because unless you keep the excess amount of raw material, it will be difficult for you to provide the production in a continuously manner, or if you want to produce the product in a continuously manner, then there must be a activity. So if you want to run the line activity, you should have sufficient volume of goods in your stock. And finally, there should be a greater interchangeability of the parts, and you have to maintain a good equipment balance each workstation, so that the employee, machine, equipment or approximately all the capacity should run in a proper manner. So similarly, to maintain a good layout labor balance, each worker or station must be required an equal amount of work to be performed. So the task has to be divided into everyone. You cannot avoid it, but the continuous of production must be going on. And to go on working with this type of product layout or line layout, there must be a huge stock of raw product in your industry storage also. And you have to maintain a good equipment balance, so that each workstation must not be empty, so that employee, machine, equipment all can equally perform the task, or they can maintain a good labor balance each workstation, and equal amount of work must be produced or performed by the employee. What are the advantages of product layout? First of all, removal of obstacle in production. Now, product layout ensure unrestricted and continuous production, thereby minimizing bottleneck in the process of production. And this is because work stoppage are minimum under this method. Second is economic in material handling. Under this particular method, there are direct channel for the flow of materials, which requiring lesser time, which considerably eliminates backtracking of material. And on account of this, cost of material handling is considerably reduced. So this is greatly helpful in achieving desired quality of the end product. Thirdly, it is leisure manufacturing time. So under this method, as already I have pointed out, that is backward and forward handling of material is not involved. It leads to the considering saving in the manufacturing time, because you are going in a straight line method. So once you give the raw material, after a sequence of operation, you are getting the final product. So there is no involvement of this manufacturing time. Okay. Number 4, lesser work in progress. On account of continuous uninterrupted mass production, there is also lesser accumulation of work in progress or semi-finished good. And finally, that is the proper use of the floor space. This method basically facilitates proper and optimum uses of available floor space, and this is due to non-accumulation of work in progress and overstocking of raw materials. So you can see these are the 5. Some more also advantages are associated, I am going to discuss. So these are the advantages that are achieved by the product layout if you go with the product layout. So the 6th is economic inspection. Inspection can be easily and conveniently undertaken under this method, and any defect in production operation can be easily located in case of production operation. The only thing is that the need for inspection under this method is much less and can be confined at some crucial point also. So what I was talking about, the inspection is economical because inspection is very easy and conveniently undertaken under this method, and defect in production operation can be easily located in production operation itself. So inspection is economical because you need to have a look at that particular section itself, and the need of inspection under this method is most less because it can be confined at some crucial point only. So if you are finding any defect, then further proceeding of other operation is not occurring. So at the crucial point, since the inspection is occurring, so you need to go with that particular section. Next is lesser manufacturing cost. On account of lesser manufacturing material handling, again inspection cost, fullest utilization of available space, so the production costs are considerably reduced under this method because inspection is already carried out parallelly along when you are performing the operation. So separately an inspection cost is associated, it is not occurring. Material handling is also not occurring because you are just giving the raw material before starting the operation and you are getting the final product. So you are not also required to handle the material also. And next is you have got the utilization of available space also. So you are perfectly using everything to its fullest. Thus your manufacturing cost is also lesser. I have also told you lesser labor cost also, because due to specialization and simplification operation, and basically we are using automatic simple machine, employment of unskilled or semi-skilled worker can carry out the work. So the worker are required to carry just the routine task under this method, and this lead to lesser labor cost also. You need not need any skilled labor. You can go with a very unskilled or you can go with a semi-skilled labor, and they are defined with their routine task. So the labor cost is also having less. And finally it is the introduction of effective production control. Now effective production control on account of simple operation of this method can be employed successfully, and production control refers to the adoption measures also to achieve the production planning also. Now let's have a look at the disadvantages of product layout. First of all, it is lesser flexibility. As the work carried out in sequence and process arranged in line, it is very difficult to make adjustment in production of operation. So sometime certain changes under this method becomes very costly and impractical. On account of this drawback, this method is not suitable in the production also. of goods which are suitable to quick style design changes also. Larger investment is there. Now under this method, the machines are not arranged in accordance with the function as much as similar types of machinery and equipment is fixed. So various lines of production is associated. Now this lead to the unavoidable machinery duplication resulting in ideal capacity and large capital investment on the part of the entrepreneur. Next is high overhead charges. Higher capital investment leads to higher overhead, or it is termed as fixed overhead under this method, and this lead to excessive financial burden also. Fourthly, the interpretation due to breakdown. If one machine in the sequence stop on account breakdown, obviously the other machine cannot operate and the work will be stopped, and the work stoppage may also take place on account of irregular supply of material, poor production and employee absenteeism. Next is difficulty in expanding production. Production cannot be expanded beyond the certain limit under this method. Next is lack of specialization in supervision. Supervision of different product job becomes difficult under this method, as there is. So you can see that interruption due to breakdown is also occurring. So these are the basic disadvantages: lesser flexibility, larger investment, higher overhead charges and interruption due to breakdown. These are the various disadvantages of product layout. Now it is difficult in expanding the production, lack of specialization in supervision and underutilization of machine. So these are the various disadvantages of product layout. Now we are talking about the functional or process layout. It is just the reverse of product layout. There is a functional division of work under this method. For example, lathe are fixed in one department, welding activities are carried in other department factory, and the silent feature of this type of layout also explained in the concept of functional organization. And this method is generally adapted for producing different varieties of product of unlike product, and this particular adaptation for the job order industries like engineering, shipbuilding, printing, etc. they are following this type of production, I mean to say functional or process layout. And the thing is that the raw material travels through the various processes or department. Lathe passes through milling, then grinding, drills, welding, inspection, finishing and assembly, and to finished product. So as I have already explained you in the figure, so this is the concept that they are passing through various departments to get the finished product. So let's have a look for the advantages of process layout. First of all, maximum utilization of machine. This method ensures the fuller and effective utilization of machine, and consequently investment in the equipment and machines become economical. Next we are talking about greater flexibility. So changes in sequence of a machine and operation can be made without much difficulty, and this is because the machines are arranged in different departments in accordance with the nature of functions that are performed. Number 3, scope for expansion. Production can be increased by installing additional machine without much difficulty. Number 4, specialization. As it has already been pointed out that under this method, specialized machines are used for performing different production operation. So this leads to specialization. Number 5, effective utilization of worker. Specialized workers are appointed to carry different tasks or different type of works in different departments, and this lead to the effective and efficient use of their talent and capability. Number 6, more effective supervision. As the machines are arranged on the basis of functions performed by them, The specialized and effective supervision is ensured by the specialized knowledge of supervision, and each supervision can perform his task of supervision efficiently as he has to supervise limited number of machine operation in his department. Now the disadvantage of these processes are also associated. So if I go with the first disadvantages, it is coverage of more floor area, because under this method more floor space is needed for the same quantum of work as compared to the product layout. Higher cost of material handling. Since material moves from one department to another under this method, this leads to the higher cost of material handling, and the mechanism device of material handling cannot be convenient. Okay. Employed under this method on the account of functional division or work. So material has to be carried by applying other method from one department to another, and thus resulting into higher cost of material handling. Next we are talking about higher labor cost. As I have already mentioned, the functional divisional worker, specialized worker are to be appointed in different department for carrying out the specialized operation. So the appointment of skilled worker leads to the what? Higher labor cost. Number 4, longer production time. The production takes longer time for completion under this method, and this leads to the higher inventory of work in progress. So this is raising the longer production time also. Now we are discussing about difficulties in production planning and control. Okay, just have a look here. Due to the large variety of products and increased size of the plant, there are practical difficulties in bringing about proper coordination among various cases or various areas like departments and processes of production. Now the process of production planning and control becomes more complex and costly also. And finally, increased inspection cost also. So under this type of layout, more supervisions are needed and work is to be checked after every operation, which makes the process of supervision costlier also. So if I summarize the entire disadvantages of this process layout, then first of all I would like to say that it basically coverage a more floor area. Then higher cost of material handling as the material move from one department to another. So if bulky materials are moved from one department to another, that means there is a cost association. So it is increasing the cost also of material handling. Next is we are considering higher labor cost. As you need a separate specialized operation worker or labor to carry out the specialized function in separate department, and for this you are appointing a specialized operator. So for that your labor cost is also getting increased. So this is also one of the disadvantages of process layout. Next is longer production time. Production takes longer time to complete the required task because the method or the leads to higher inventory in work in progress, because you are transferring the material from one section to another, so it is also taking time, and thus if it is taking long time, the inventory cost is also getting increased. And next is longer production time is also getting involved. Next is difficulty in production planning and control. Now due to the large variety of products and increased size of the plant, there are practical difficulties in bringing about proper coordination among various areas. And finally, it increased the inspection cost because under this type of layout, more supervision is needed and work to be checked after every operation, which makes the process of supervision costlier. Now, advantages of stationary material. First of all, it is economic in transformation. As the work is carried out in one place and material is not taken from one place to another. This leads to the saving in transformation cost. B. Different jobs with same layout. Different project can be undertaken with the help of same layout. So this is one flexible one. Point number C. Production is accordance with the specifications. So the job can be performed in accordance with the specification given by the customer. Number D. Scope for flexibility. Basically, it provides maximum flexibility for various changes in production, process and design of the product. So these are the various advantages of your station machinery. So now if I talk about the disadvantages, immobility of material, as the material is fixed on one place. This lead to certain difficulty in arranging specialized worker and machine and equipment for the job. B is larger investment. This method is time consuming and costlier as compared to the first two method. Number C, unsuitable for small product, because this method is not suitable for producing and assembly small product in larger quantities. So in actual practice, it has been observed that a judicious combinations of three types, that is product, process and stationary material layout, is undertaken by different organizations, and this is done due to the view to enjoy the advantages of all the method. So here I conclude today's video, and I have already told you elaborately about the importance or various types of plant layout. So if you have liked the video, then please stay connected with me, like the video, subscribe the channel and stay with me so that we can come with some more knowledge about flexible manufacturing system in my next upcoming lecture. Thank you very much.